I thought I'd begin by telling you about a book that has meant more to me than any other in my life, and it's one you may not have heard of. It was published in 1951, and the author is a woman named Carol Deshare. It's a novel, but it's based on her own family, her husband and 2 children. And in the middle of the book, her 2-year-old son starts tearing up books. It's a very literary household. There are books all over. Rips them up. Well, at that era, the child psychologists were advocating something called positive suggestion, which meant you didn't spank the child. You simply gave the child something else to destroy rather than whatever it was he was destroying. And so she began handing him newspapers and magazines when he reached for a book. But he wasn't interested, only books. This child only wanted to tear up books. So she sweetened the pot a bit. She went out and she bought some cheap toys, wind-up toys and building blocks. And so whenever he got his hand on a book, she would give him one of these things, and he was not stupid. He realized all he had to do was look at a book, and he would get a little present. And one day he got past her, and he got his hands on a library book and utterly destroyed it, every page in it. She lost her patience and slapped his wrist very hard. And he never tore up another book. Now, that little story I brought up not to introduce the topic of the sanctity of the published word or spare the rod, spoil the child, but to introduce myself. Carol Deshare, the author, is my mother. So I just wanted to make the point that I began life destroying books, and I have done my best to make up for it ever since. And I have to say that I grew up in Syracuse, and I was very proud of my mother because I was the only person in my class whose mother had written a book. But more than that, I saw that real life could be written down, published between hardcovers, and for other people to read. And it sunk in, and I thought, well, maybe one day I'd like to do that.